Well, hello there. Stephanie will be here in just a moment. There
I'm
she
back.
is. Needed to get some more cards.
Yeah, I have now I have 5 decks with me. I had 2, but I'm like, no, I want more.
Well, I understand that
Yeah.
because I'm like that all the time.
Yeah. I love mixing. Like I've learned over time that I really like to use different decks because it's
Yeah,
really cool. It gives you layers of information, like the more you mix different decks, I've learned.
exactly. Yeah, I have usually, well, I don't want to tell you how many
Oh, really?
but I shuffled four.
Oh, okay.
But
Do you
sitting here, I must have more than a dozen.
Wow. Do you
And
love tarot? Is tarot your favorite?
yeah,
Yeah, because I noticed you use tarot.
yeah. But you know what I got this week?
Huh. Oh my god, do you love it?
I do. I
Oh,
absolutely do.
isn't the artwork so beautiful?
Oh, yeah. It
I
is gorgeous.
I wanna buy a new deck because here's mine, but it's all raggedy and used.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's how these are. They're just worn to nothing, but and this is my second deck of that one and this is my second deck of this one.
Oh my god, wow. Wait, so have you used this one since you got it?
Yes, I've been using it all week. In
Oh.
fact, I'm surprised there's nobody in here yet.
Oh, no, it does say that we're live.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah.
I mean, yep, it's live. Let me double check. Oh, yeah. Oh my, I am paired.
Oh, here we go.
What?
We have, Kim B in the chat.
Oh, well, good morning, Kim.
Hi,
Or
Kim.
or good afternoon, depending on where you are. Oh, well, yeah, I chose I always ask for one card for the day. And
Okay.
so it's always interesting to see what they choose. And today was so applicable to what's going on astrological.
Okay. Did you choose
So,
from this deck?
uh-huh.
Oh, can I know what card you got?
I'll tell you what number it is, because I'm going to tell everybody after the
Okay.
astrology. Number 8. Very applicable to this week. Very.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a big week for astrology.
That's funny. I did that today. I pulled 2 cards and I got the empath, alone time is needed, and then I got the cat where it's pause. Take time to integrate. So
I
they
had
both
that one yesterday.
the
The
the pause?
Yeah,
Wow.
I did because I was getting ready to do a whole bunch of stuff and I got that card and I went, okay, just took a break.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do really do like it. The messages are good and it's very applicable
Yeah.
along with some others that I've got. Um, uh, I won't go into it. There's an obsession. So
Oh, wow.
I've been doing this so long, I'll bet, and I'm not exaggerating. I have 2 moving boxes full.
Of card decks? Oh my god, wow.
Yeah, and like I said, I have at least a dozen on my desk. Oh, I forgot. I have a drawer full too.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have sometimes I'll buy a deck because 'cause I'll feel called to it, but then I don't really, connect with it, and then I just don't use it.
There are some that have been like that, but I don't know it until I've got
Until you
the deck.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Like,
I've
there's a
got
couple that I felt so strongly called, like, "Buy this, buy" so then I buy the deck and I'm like, it's not there."
Yeah. I'll bet out of all the cards I've gotten, there's probably at least a dozen that have been like that. 111. Nope,
Wow.
1210 here. uh Kim must be Eastern. Eastern time, huh? I think I'm trying to think what she told me. She blah, blah, blah. I want to think. Are you East? Are you New York? Maryland? That's the sense. Tell me where you're at, Kim B. Well, anyway, yeah, I've got a lot of decks that I'm gonna resell, because I wasn't connected.
Uh-huh.
Georgia. Okay. And then I've got some that I've put in that box that I'm gonna sell that I pull back out.
Okay.
Just not quite ready.
Yeah.
But you can only use so many. Now, like I said, two of these decks I've repurchased and they're pretty worn.
Okay.
So not sure
I've
what
wanted
I'll
to do
do.
that.
Huh?
I've wanted to do that. I have two decks. Well, I have one that's my like all-time favorite. And yeah, some of the cards are kind of wearing out. And I'm like, I want to buy it again. Like I want to have, yeah, I wish I just had like an unlimited, not unlimited, but if I had like a gift card for $1,000 and it's like buy any card decks you
Oh,
want. God, I would have so much fun. I would buy
yeah.
like 3 decks of like one just so I always have backups when they get
Oh,
worn.
yeah. Right. Exactly. I've got, yeah, I really
Yeah.
need to get selling some of these because it's just too much. That, and then there's the whole crystal obsession. So we
Oh
won't,
yeah.
won't even go into that. I've got one, two, three shelves full.
Crystals?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so wild. It makes such a difference because I don't have any crystals in the living room. I have not a bunch, but I have a good amount of crystals in my bedroom. Walk in my bedroom, the energy's so different. It's so zen in here.
That's how it is in here in my office. It,
Wow, because you have all your crystals in there?
all the
Wow.
crystals are in here, all the cards are in here. This is where I do everything.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, I've been even thinking about changing it into my bedroom and swapping, you know,
Uh-huh.
because the energy's so good. But it also has something to do with being in the back of the house versus the front of the house. So
Yeah.
I prefer the back of the house, and that's what this room is. Um, I forget why the movers put everything in the other room. It had something to do with the dimensions. So I'll have to measure before I actually make that choice.
I have a lot
You
of
have a
crystals.
lot of crystals, Kim. Ah, yeah,
What's your
there's,
favorite crystal?
yeah, right.
Kim, what's your favorite? Bonnie, what's your favorite? Do you have one?
Um, heck, I've got so many of so many, I have a lot of amethyst.
Yeah.
I have this was one of my first ones, not the first one, but maybe one of the first dozen
Yeah.
obsidian, because when I was in nursing, I just,
Absorbed a lot.
oh my gosh, yes. Yes,
Selenite.
selenite,
Oh,
yeah.
I
Oh,
love
that
selenite.
I've got a ton of because it
Yeah.
purifies all the cards.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this I used to carry in my lab coat pocket just so I had,
Wow.
yeah, well, yeah.
Brilliant.
Sometimes I'd put it somewhere else, but yeah, it it absorbed a lot for me. It
Wow.
kept me from being so wiped out at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you know.
It's I did something not to get like too off topic, but have you heard of past life regression hypnotherapy?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever had one done?
No, I want one so bad.
Oh. Oh, if you want one, my sister, she'll give you one. She just got certified in it recently. So she's wanting to take like a certain amount. I think she wants us to take like 20 people until she starts charging. So if you want a
Oh,
free
that's
session,
what Ted was doing.
wow. Okay, I had one done. My sister did not do my session. I have a friend in Florida. She did it over Zoom. I did 2 sessions. So I was under for a total of 8 hours. My God, I experienced about 5 to 6 lives. I went into my future of this life. I went into a parallel reality of this life. I went into my grandma's life when she was in her 30s. Then I
Oh
connected with
my
my higher
God.
self and I asked so much information like that would help me navigate this life. What's my purpose? What should I be focusing on career? I even asked about psychic readings. I go, when I do psychic readings, where exactly is that information getting pulled from? Is it my higher self? Is it my spirit guides? Is it source? Is
What
it
did they tell you?
source? Because I
Well,
because I
source goes through everything.
I just have like the understanding that with psychic readings, it's connection with the guides. And I felt that. But
But
doing
source
this,
is through the guides.
wow. Yeah,
You know,
okay, that makes sense.
we all have part of source in us. We
Yeah.
are all made up of source,
Yeah.
you know. The only difference is here, the human part of us, you know, there's free will.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Found out about that, how free will, where free will kind of took my life. So found out that, this is kind of like plan B-ish for my life or plan C, D, whatever.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, the level of healing that I got from that was so, yeah.
Oh my God, I would love to. Now,
Okay.
the question I would have is, can she do it via Zoom?
Yes.
She can.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, because Ted was afraid to do it that way.
No. Yep. Do it over Zoom. I had, because the girl who did mine, she was in Florida. So I was just laying in bed and I had my sleeping mask on. I had headsets on. And then, she puts me under and part of her script is she's like, if the technology disconnects, click the link, we'll be right back. And my sister, one of her classmates, gave her a session over Zoom. A lot of people primarily do it over Zoom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell my sister.
Maybe it was just Ted was a little hesitant,
My
you know,
sister
being
was
new.
too, because she's like, well, what if she's like, what if they like, what if the internet disconnects and they're under, but it's not like that because you're still moderately conscious.
Ah, see, I think Ted was worried that what if he got you back and he couldn't bring you back to this, you know.
No, because you're still like pretty conscious. It's
Are
just like, yeah. So my conscious mind was getting in the way because when I was in a parallel reality to this life, I was like, thinking for a moment, I was like, oh fuck, I think I'm in my future. And then I kind of started to get scared, like, oh man, but it was a different life where I got with a different person. So my higher self showed me that life to kind of guide me on, hey, don't get with this guy, because if you get with this guy, this is what your life's going to be. So it was just, it's amazing. Yeah.
well, I can't wait. Tell
Okay,
her.
I'll tell my sister. So within like I'd say like within 2 to 4 weeks, she'll do it, and I'll send you a text.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that'd
And
be
then start creating your questions. Come with like 20 questions,
oh
and
God, what kind of questions?
I did like
Wow.
uh what is my purpose? Like, why did I incarnate in this life? What should I focus on in career? Um I had if you had any relationships or soul contracts that you're still kind of confused on, like, why did I go through this with this person? You could ask for insight, you know. Hey, could you give me insight on my soul contract with blah blah blah?
Uh-huh.
Um, you clarity.
Kim had an Akashic reading the next night. You found kyanite crystal in your chair yesterday. I do. You didn't have one. In fact, I've never seen one. Oh, cool.
Yeah, and what's really cool is you could have shifted because if you, after you got that Akashic Records reading, if that gave you some level of healing and just like joy, happiness, it could have shifted you into another parallel reality, extremely similar to this one, where you had, maybe you had that stone in another reality. So sometimes that happens, like when we misplace objects and we're like, I know that I set this here, it's a different reality. But it absolutely could have been a gift too. Yeah, I
It
actually
wouldn't,
went in the Akashic Records in my session.
it wouldn't take something away, would it?
You know, I don't know. I mean, it could, but the thing is that when I would imagine that it could, because when you shift, your memory is different. So it wouldn't be something that's drastic enough to actually impact you. Like, oh my God, I completely lost this.
Like,
It's just,
where's my dog?
yeah, yeah,
Don't take my dog.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's so
Well,
cool.
that's cool. I'll bet that was awesome, Kim. I was going to get an Akashic reading on, I'm thinking Jen Foley was her name. She does them.
Wow.
She's in Arizona. Jen,
Okay.
yeah,
Don't think.
Jen Foley, and
Wow.
she does them. And she's actually got a sale for anybody who's interested. Let me look up her message here. I just couldn't do it because of the holidays coming up. La 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 la. Let's see here. Jen Foley. Jen Foley, where did you go to? Now, boy, that's weird, isn't it? When that happens, all of a sudden, where is she? Oh, I know why. She couldn't find my number, so she sent the message via Dawn. Okay, here it is. Yeah. She's got a Black Friday sale, 30% off all her services, workshops, and attunements. And it expires December 4th. So, and she gave me the code for that. But I just couldn't do it. It's, such an expensive time of year that.
Oh, you know what? Because you can, when you do past life regression, you can ask to go to the Akashic Records and gain more information. So whatever information you were hoping to gain
Yeah.
from getting an Akashic reading, you could write those questions down, and it's coming direct from your higher self. So I got to be so honest, the level of trust is so much greater because it's coming from within you. So it's like, it's not coming from an external source who maybe could they have possibly misinterpreted something. None of that confusion is there. So, oh God, Bonnie, you'll get so much healing. We did a physical body scan of my body, found out
Oh,
about certain illness in my body. So I was encouraged, like, do Reiki, you'll heal it, because it was super mild.
lucky for you. At my age, there'll be a lot there.
But they can do quantum healing on it. So the girl who did my session, she had a friend who needed gallbladder surgery. She needed her gallbladder removed. There was something where her insurance didn't cover it. So she did a session with Aviana, who was my hypnotherapist. Aviana asked her higher self, hey, why does she have this gallbladder issue? And, she gave her the root cause, so-and-so had these emotions and it manifested as this illness. Aviana goes, okay, can we heal this? Yes, we can heal it. So she does healing. The higher self heals the body. It's like spontaneous remission. The girl goes back to the doctor. The doctor does whatever scans and says, yeah, no, you don't need the surgery anymore.
Awesome.
Dolores Cannon talks about it. It's miraculous healing. It's unreal. People with cancer have gotten instant healing in this. So I got so much work done on my body.
I wonder if that's what happened. So far, I mean, I have, let's see, Kim, what are you saying? Hi, galactic family. I was told that I have had more lives in the galactic realm. 3 other parallels, 1 Earth, 2 outside. I'll bet. I have a couple autoimmune diseases, I guess.
Yeah.
One of them is called Sjogren's.
Okay.
And my mother has it. so it's no surprise if my cousin has it. It's in the
Mhm.
family line. And I was diagnosed like 12 years ago, I want to say.
Yeah.
And here, every time you relocate, you got to find new doctors.
Yeah.
So they have sent me to Vanderbilt for all my doctors. It's in Nashville,
Uh-huh.
and they're pretty well known for
Yeah.
having good physicians. I loved my rheumatologist.
Wow.
However, and she wanted to redo all the lab work, and I said, fine, absolutely. And I noticed, now I don't know if this is because of medication, because she said, I want you to stop the meds. And of course, I was hesitant. I was like, I don't want to get sick again like I
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
And she said, if you start to get sick, then we'll readdress it. But she did my lab work, and I haven't seen her yet again. I see her in a week or two.
Uh-huh.
Um, but my Sjogren's antibodies and whatever the other one, antigen, are all negative.
Like as if they're gone.
Yeah,
What? And you got off the medication?
I'm off the meds. And I
Wow.
haven't gotten, knock on wood, where's my desk? Knock on wood. I don't need to get sick to prove anything wrong, but yeah, I mean, I
Mhm.
haven't told a soul except everybody in the world that's watching.
And you know what? And that's good because it's kind of like that stuff like that. You're like, I'm going to keep this sacred to me because I don't even want to put any energy into this. So that's so good.
Yeah, but yeah, that would be amazing,
Yeah.
because the medicine that you have to be on for that can affect your eyes. And
Mm.
it was this year that I went to the eye doctor here, and he said, I'm starting to see tiny specks. That's not good. So it's good that I went off the medicine, you know.
That's amazing. And you could even
Yeah.
ask that to the higher self because what I've learned is if because there's a certain like the illness that's within my body, it's so the higher self said it's so mild. So Aviana, the hypnotherapist, she goes, and can you heal this for Stephanie? The higher self goes, no, she needs to do more Reiki. This will make her do Reiki more. It's mild, it won't affect her. So basically, the higher self kept this illness in my body to kind of incentivize me to doing Reiki my purpose. So, but if
I
there were
see.
certain things like within my body that the higher self healed instantly.
Wow.
Emptiness,
So they're
gave
going to
me
tell me I got to go exercise and eat better. Uh,
I don't know. They might not though.
oh, no, they're going to.
I'll be so on. It's the higher self is so direct and so short. Like they don't really give more information than what you ask for. I asked
Uh,
about diet. They said stop
hey,
eating chocolate.
Jess. Hi, Jess. Welcome
Hello.
in. We're having a blast talking about past life regressions and all the
Yeah.
benefits you can get from that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
That's
Start
so
go on
cool.
Google. Type in past life regression questions to ask, and then you'll
Yeah.
find people's questions. Get some insight.
Yeah,
I think
that'll be cool. I will. And
yeah.
on Tuesday, if Ted's there, he was there last week, I'll ask him, or
Yeah.
even ask him through the chat
Yeah.
what questions he recommends, type of thing. He
Yeah.
didn't, I'm trying to think when that was that he was getting qualified.
is
No,
that 10 buck?
no, not $10. Ted Harris.
It was that oh he's in Tuesday's class, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Sometimes.
I think I know. I think I know him. I think I've only seen him a few times. Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't come regularly. He
Okay.
was there this past week.
Okay.
Um, not for a long time, but you know, or did he just send a message? Now I don't remember.
It's okay. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Um,
He does
and
like
I can
energy
always,
healing also, right?
huh?
He does energy healing also.
He does past life regressions.
I think I might know who you're talking about.
And yeah, he does other stuff too, Reiki and
Okay, yes, yes. Okay, I know.
something else I think too. But anyway, yeah, that'll be so thrilling to do. I
Yeah.
did when I lived in Arizona, I used to go up to Cave Creek up I can't think of her name, Tina, to
Uh-huh.
Tina's place. And I had her do a tune-up, chakra tune-up.
Nice.
And when she has you turn over, she does the back chakras as well, which
Uh-huh.
is your past lives. And
Wow.
so she found out one of the lives, which was very different. You know,
Yeah.
very different. So, and I didn't even know then how to apply that. Like, what is that? What do I take from that into this life, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never went further. I should. I love Reiki. Yeah, I love Reiki. I would highly recommend doing it in person. It's just a total different experience. Because especially if I did shamanic Reiki, so we got to do a lot of journeying, like shamanic journeys, and the class had like 25 people in my master. There was like 40 people in my level 1 and 2. So when we get into these meditative experiences, because everybody's tapped into the energy, it's just amplified, and it's
Yeah. That's
being
like going to Tuesday to Monday night class.
yeah.
You
I've
know,
never been, but
you
I
didn't
did.
go to Monday nights?
No, Susan was doing classes, I think last year, and I did some of Susan's classes, and I loved those. She did mediumship. Um,
Susan.
Susan Grayson.
Oh, Susan. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
But I never did those because they're in like Tempe, I think, and it's so far for me, so I just didn't.
Yeah, I know. I used to live out southwest corner of Mesa,
Uh huh.
southeast corner, I'm sorry, of Mesa, way out by Queen
Yeah.
Creek. So, yeah, after that, I mean, I went for a long time, and then I would also drive up to Cave Creek and to her
Wow.
place because it's even more. I mean, the energy's just different, you know. But
Yeah.
in Monday night class, you get all these people in there, you know, and we sometimes would have 30 or I don't think we ever had 40, but you know, anywhere
Yeah.
between 20 and 40
Plus.
would have.
Wow.
And man, that energy really gets powerful.
Yeah.
And it makes it a totally different experience.
Yeah.
Now, she also does, I don't know if you've ever done this, she does the red light cabinet.
Red light cabinet. I haven't heard of that.
Um, have you ever, what's the name of that? Death. Oh, shoot. It's on Netflix. Surviving Death. Have you ever watched that?
No.
Do you have Netflix?
Yeah, but I don't really watch TV.
Oh, well,
Is it
it's,
really good?
yes, very much. You would enjoy it. Very,
Okay.
very much worth watching. I think it's like a 6 episode thing, something like that.
Wow.
And at the end, you finally watch a physical medium.
Okay.
Okay, now that's similar to red light cabinet. I mean, there's some major differences. Okay, red light cabinet is not a physical medium, but in the red light cabinet, you see, oh God, what's the name of these? Where you can see them,
Orbs?
huh?
Orbs?
Not, I mean, you can see orbs in the room, but you see the image
Like a
over,
silhouette?
not a silhouette. There's another name for it. the face, all the features come over whoever is in the cabinet.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, really. And you feel when you're the person sitting, you feel that energy come and
Wow.
go. It's a unique feeling.
Wow.
Yeah, really
Oh, that's so
interesting.
cool.
Yeah, I went a couple times. Once you've seen it a couple times, then it's like, okay, I don't need to see it again. I know what happens. But
Yeah.
yeah, very interesting. Monday nights are good. It was worth traveling. How far do you live? You're in
I'm
Mar-
in Surprise, so I'm like close to an hour from Tempe.
Is it really that far?
Maybe 45, 50 minutes. Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah.
Because from Tempe to where I lived in Southeast Mesa was probably a solid 30,
Yeah.
maybe more.
Yeah, it's
It depends on traffic.
yeah.
At least I was going against the traffic. Like everybody's coming out of Phoenix when I was going in towards Phoenix.
Oh,
So
okay.
that made it better. If you
Yeah.
got stuck in traffic, wow, that could really be a
Yeah.
nightmare.
What?
But I really enjoyed Tempe. That's where I met Angie and Dawn, Susan, and they still go, you know.
Yeah.
And I wish if I were there, I'd still be going.
Nice.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Well, I tell you what, we might as well get started. Let me read what I'm going to do. What I've decided to do is to change the astrology a little bit, um, or just change how I'm telling you. I'm only going to do from Sunday to Wednesday. And then if you want to know the rest of the week, you come see me on Wednesday's show because that's when I'm going to do Wednesday through Sunday. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do the first half of the week now and then the last half of the week on Wednesday's show.
Yeah.
That way it's not so long, and
Yeah.
I don't have to sometimes I was taking things out of it, to shorten it. And I
Yeah.
was worried that it would change the flavor of it.
Yeah.
But so it'll be a lot shorter this time. Here, let me go back into this. All right, are we ready for this? It won't take near as long. I'm going to estimate 10 minutes maybe. Anyway, all right, here we go. For November 18th week, part 1. It's a big, huge week for everybody. Pluto is going to move into Aquarius for the last time. So we are all moving into space that this world has never seen. Okay. If you weren't familiar, Pluto has gone into Aquarius a degree or two and then come back into Capricorn. He's done that 3 times. And the interpretation is he came into Aquarius to give you a glimpse of what's ahead and then brought you back to Capricorn so you can go, hey, this is up ahead. We might need to change some things. And then you go back into Aquarius and you get a bigger look at it and you come back and go, yeah, this ain't going to work. We're going to really have to change. And now we're going back into Aquarius for the final and last time. We will be in Aquarius now for the next 44 years.
Wow.
Yeah. When Pluto moves, man, it affects things because anytime the outer planets move, you feel it more because it's slow. So when they change signs, it's a shift. Or when they're going retrograde and then suddenly they station, you
Wow.
feel it.
Do you remember approximately when Pluto went into Aquarius and then dipped back into Capricorn?
Which time?
Like maybe the more recent time? I'm just kind of wondering like how those effects felt in life.
It takes months for this to occur, and I want
Oh,
to say
okay.
January
Oh, okay.
was the last time, and man,
That's okay. That's okay.
yeah, just Google it. It'll come
Okay.
up. Here you go. You don't like those. That's all I've got up here. Um, she's gonna have to go to the bathroom pretty soon, but let me get this astrology done and then I'll take care of that. All right, so Pluto's moving into Aquarius on Tuesday for the final time. Also, hush. Also, we are moving from Scorpio into Sagittarius. So we've been in very deep emotion, really feeling things in, super deep conversations. And now we're going to go into Sagittarius, which is a whole lot lighter and more fun and a little more optimistic. There's a fair amount of intensity this week. Okay, starting it this week with coming into Monday, tomorrow, we're finishing a void. The moon goes into void, I want to say, I don't have it written down here, but like around 9:45 or so. And it stays into the moon void until 1:49 a.m. We discussed how when it's in a void, you don't want to do much. You want to rest because there's no reflection of energy going on when it's in a void. You never want to start anything during a void because it'll crumble. You'll have to redo it, but you can finish things. It's the best thing to do is just rest. So, um, the moon's at 1:49 a.m. The moon's going to shift into the vibration of Cancer. So we're going from Gemini, where we're chatting about everything, into Cancer, where we're going to feel it. Okay. Um, oh, stop it. So we're going to dive into the emotions with the moon. Charlie, hush. And I want to make sure you understand that's different from when I was talking about going from Scorpio to Sagittarius. Do you understand that? We are going calendar wise from Scorpio into Sagittarius. The moon, which goes faster,
Yeah.
is going to take us from Gemini into Cancer only for 2.5 days. Then it goes on. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So in Cancer, of course, we're going to have the emotion and be very sensitive for a few days. What do you need to nurture yourself? Because that's where you're going to do it. What do you need to nurture those people around you or nurture your home, your living space? Do some cleaning, make space for new things. People are going to shift into a much more sensitive place emotionally. Monday is not a day to be pushing. The more you push on people, the more responsive because the moon is reactive. But you don't always get the reaction you're looking for. We are also going to see Mercury come into the opposition of Jupiter. So we've got the small mind opposite the big mind. Okay. So they're pulling at each other. That's the tension that you're going to feel there. Um, Now let's see here. They're pulling at each other. You've got that planet of the smaller mind and the planet of big mind. They're pulling away from one another. The one thing that is this is good for is bringing big ideas and expansive thinking. Something that you're going on, but what happens is you're thinking like too big, or you're thinking too many ideas and it's mushrooming, okay, too fast. That can have a negative manifestation. So you have to be cautious here. You'll never be able to deliver on all of that. A lot of miscommunication can go on, especially right now. Mercury is in the pre shadow for retrograde. Technology, communication will fail or become screwed up in some fashion. Instead of making the tension get worse by pulling at each other, how can we integrate where there are small pieces of detail that you can listen to and they also support the big plan? It's like trying to walk both planets together so they can meet somewhere in the middle. Where can they both cooperate a little bit? So on Monday, watch your words. What you're saying, can you back it up? Is it an alignment with your honest and goodness truth, or the truth about a product or service that you're doing? Avoid overextending yourself. If you're feeling tired, but this opportunity of a lifetime comes, I encourage you to reflect on that now before getting into that situation. Now, the sun also comes into a triangle with Neptune. The sun is still in Scorpio at that point. So it's a water trine, and Neptune is over in Pisces. So we got a lot of flowing here, okay? A lot of water, a lot of creativity, your spirituality. The connection is dipping into your emotions and listening to the guidance of your intuition. It's a good time to practice listening to your intuition and knowing what that voice is versus what's coming to you externally. Okay. It's a spiritual, intuitive muscle. It's a great aspect to be able to do that. Now, Tuesday, we're going to see Mercury coming into a trine with Chiron. He's over in Aries right now. This aspect is of the mind, the smaller mind, and how we communicate into an opportunity with the wounded healer. But it's also a teacher, right? Because Chiron's a teacher, teaching from the wound and healing. So I would say this is a day where there is healing in our communication. Have conversations that feel like there's medicine in them, insightfulness. Offer forgiveness where maybe you've been denying it, and receive forgiveness where it's needed. Whatever it is, there's a deeper emotional clarity that's coming through. We're going to need all of that because later in the day, Pluto moves back into Aquarius for the long haul for the 44 years. This is monumental, really big. And if you're feeling the pressure of the shifting energy and being between that and not really knowing where to put yourself, just that intensity of the vibration is definitely attributed to this movement. We're literally changing as the world. We're going into a whole new vibration together. We are all being asked to shift together. And what that can feel like is fear, right? You don't know where you're going. It can really feel fearful. I'm fearful of those in power. I'm fearful of technology. I'm fearful of whatever house or area of your chart that this lights up. It can be resistance. I'm resisting the change because of fear, or I have this resistance to what's going on. So, knowing that Tuesday, not only is it what we call a Mars day, we are already here under the Martian energy to do something open for a conflict kind of energy. But we've got this big shift going on. Now, think about where we're coming from, this transition of Pluto's journey through Capricorn, where we were really looking at something very structured, authority, traditions, solid structures that have been there for a long time, and also looking at the life under Capricorn. It's a very high feminine energy, and we got to look at things and the corruptions that needed to be undone in society. Where have we fallen short? Where we monopolize our own energies. And now we're going to shift into the Aquarium vibration. We shift into a very high masculine vibration. So we're going from one extreme to the other here. We're going to see that feminine energy will be invited to bloom into a masculine container. So, what does that mean for you? Were you going to start to dismantle stories of hierarchies that have been in place for you? Has it kept you from connecting with whatever your feminine vibration is and letting that live now collectively? Because it's not just happening to one person. We're all going to be undoing that together. And what that means to live in a community and bring that community space out into the world. So, this shifting energy on Tuesday is just massive. We will definitely, we've already been experiencing the rise and the transformation of the world with AI and technology. And we will continue to see that. Now, the question, will AI overtake us and leave humans behind? I don't necessarily follow that belief, but some do. What I see looking at Pluto in Aquarius is the people who are learning to responsibly image technology in their everyday are going to leave behind the people who are staying in the resistance to change. That's something to consider. We saw similar things at the Industrial Revolution when people said, I will absolutely not use those machines. But those machines are still there. So consider this a little bit of perspective. Wednesday, first of all, we've got the moon going into a void at 4:19 a.m. until 6:50 a.m. All times are Mountain Standard Time, so you can adjust from that. So if you're one of those that's up and awake at those times, slow it down and take a break. It's heavy reflection. Making any big decisions, nope, nope, you want to wait. Take it easy. Let yourself have a break. Next, we see the moon shift into the vibration of Leo. So now we've got the moon in a fire sign, confident energy. And say that with your chest out and proud. What do you need to express? Where do you need to create? Is there something you need to step into with the heart of a leader, the heart of Leo the lion? Do you need to lead the way if you're feeling more drawn on Wednesday, or there's a conversation that you needed to have and you need to be able to express yourself strongly? Wednesday would be a good day for that. It'll be a day where you hear the Leo all roar. Wednesday is a phenomenal day if you have something to present or something that needs to be talked about. So tune in Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, where I will complete the week's astrology on Ask the Angels with Julie Karen from Love Riot Warriors and myself. So, pretty big stuff going on right now. So, you know, take a deep breath and go with the flow and think about what I've just told you and try to prepare yourself, okay? So you don't get left behind. You know, try not to resist out of fear. Okay. So that's where we're at. Hi, Carrie. Welcome in. Sean. And who else has come in? Jess and Kim were here before. So give those some thoughts. I will let you choose somebody. I'm going to take care of Miss Charlie over here, and then I'll be right back. Okay.
All right. So who would like a reading? If you guys want one, go ahead and drop your name in the chat. And then also just share what you would like a reading on, whether it's general, love, career, if you have a topic. And what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to read people that I feel drawn to, because if there is someone like who wants a reading but their energy is more closed, it's honestly really it's just challenging to even tap into that energy. And I don't like giving like super like general surface level readings. So again, I just ask that you really open up your energy. That way I can give you a helpful and insightful reading. You know what? Hold on, guys. I'm going to let my cat in the room. Give me a moment. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Carrie, I'll go ahead and do a reading for you. Carrie, what's coming through is it feels like the energy that I'm feeling with you is just kind of fed up and a bit isolated. Like you're kind of feeling sick of people, like maybe you've been hurt in the recent times, and it's kind of making you feel a bit distant, like you want to withdraw. But the message for you is that this is an opportunity for you to learn boundaries and for you to exert those boundaries to people and let go of anybody who's not serving you. So if this is people from your past and they're not really adding much value to your life, they're more just kind of dragging you down. And that's what it feels like. Don't be afraid to cut them loose. You would be surprised how much more lighter your life is going to come when you do that. When you disconnect from these people who are dragging you down, you are then making space to invite more light into your life. Yeah, that's a message for you. So if you've been feeling kind of just fed up with people, don't be afraid to cut them out. Okay, let's see for Kim. Let's get insight on that kyanite stone for Kim. Yeah, they did. They did, Kim. It's like with this card, what I'm getting, I hope that you could see it. I'm getting is as if the kyanite stone is this little chalice and the wings attached to it is showing that it was given from the angels. That's a message that's coming through because you are going through a transformation. You're going through a transformation. You're coming more into the light, and they are encouraging you to do this. They're showing you that you are on the right path. So them giving you that gift is just like the confirmation of like, look, there is more to life. Like, keep going down this road. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you want to tell Kim? Oh. You know the way, Kim. You're getting really in tune with your intuition even more. You also like what I share with Carrie, similar, where you're inviting more light into your life. It's like you're really going down this path, and they're saying yes, like your intuition is extremely on point at this time, so keep following it. Oh, you're welcome, Carrie. I'm so glad. Yeah, it's so good to know that. Like when there's people that you're kind of like, but if I cut them off, am I going to make the mistake? It's really nice, like when your guides give information because it lets you know, like, nope, I can do this. Like it's safe for me to do this. I'm going to read for you, Sean, because I just love reading for you. Your energy is so open. And yeah, I appreciate that so much. I'm going to use this deck. What does Sean need to know? I'm hearing let go, like you're holding on to a lot of weight and they're telling you that weight is unnecessary. You don't need to let go. And it feels like the weight, it feels like it's the weight of others' opinions. It's the weight of others' opinions, and it feels like you're still holding on to it. And I resonate with that because I struggle with that myself. But they're saying let it go. When you let it go, you're just going to feel so much more freedom, and you as well will invite more. You'll invite more light in, but what's going to happen is you will actually be able to become more of who you need to be. Like you're going to become more of your authentic self because you're going to it's like imagine that you have chains onto you, and each time you cut those chains, you're allowing yourself to step more into your authentic self. And they want you to look back to your childhood because there were moments in your childhood where you just felt like very unworthy. And they're wanting you to go back to those moments and rewrite them. Like, go back, rewrite them. If you're holding on to events from childhood, reframe the way that you think of them, because that's part of this weight that you're carrying. And they want you to look at the beautiful parts of you from childhood also. So when you were just very it's just colorful. They're just showing me colorful. Like maybe you were just so happy and you wanted to explore so much. Like they want you to tune into those beautiful parts of yourself. Because the more that you look at that beauty, the more you're going to be like, nah, fuck the negative stuff, you know, and you'll be more willing to release it. And they're giving you encouragement. They're saying like, hey, like I know that it's really hard right now what you're going through, but you can do hard things. Like they're just like, you got this. Oh, that's really beautiful.
Okay. That was Sean, right?
Yeah, that was Sean.
Yeah.
I love reading for Sean.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
Now,
gave a reading to Carrie and
okay.
Kim.
And Kim. Wow.
Kim.
Busy gal.
I'm
Well,
doing
before-
shorter ones. I'm doing shorter ones now. I've learned I take too long.
No, I have the same issue. It's like you get all this information you want to give.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, because it applied to the astrology, that open door card
Uh-huh.
was so applicable. You say yes to the new opportunities because it's all changing. And if you don't say yes, then you'll be left behind. So try to frame yourself ready for all this new stuff.
Let me I'm gonna pull one more for Sean.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some-
Wow, Sean, you're getting it.
How are they gonna read? I'm giving so Sean, I pulled on like how your parents are going to react, and what I'm getting from this is at first you like I have friends who go through this, so like I understand it, how it's so challenging. So yeah, there is this feeling where they're going to feel this kind of loss at first. So it's like they kind of feel like they're losing you. But then after that, there comes a time, like a point of collaboration where it's like, but we're not going to abandon you. We're not going to neglect you. It's like, let's find a way to work through this. And so it's going to be like a renewal. With the death card, it's talking about a renewal in the relationship. So it's like a death to the old relationship that they had, but they're going to be forming a new one. There is going to be like a lot of grief in this because that's going to be something that's challenging for them to accept, but they're going to accept it. So this right here talks about the new beginning. So yeah, it's going to be definitely waves of emotions, but this card right here, willing release, this is saying like be willing to let go and like be willing to release it, because maybe the connection might get a bit weird for a while. There might be some distance for a while, but they're going to come around. This is talking about bearing fruit, how it's like it's going to get regrown. There's still going to be like a positivity from this in the end. Yeah, so it'll be challenging, but it'll be fine in the end. So
I just drew some cards for Sean.
okay.
The first one I got, that's the Wounded Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's about Chiron healing. Okay, but it's also about not giving up. You will continue to fight. I've got the Page of Cups here. Now that's a message of love that's going to come from your parents. Then I have the Hierophant. Okay, that's about a spiritual journey. That's about structure in the hierarchy of spiritual life. And the last card that came out, the Fool, saying take that leap of faith.
Wow, and I got the Fool. The Fool was my last card too, for Sean.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny when you pulled that one out too.
Aw.
So
Yeah,
that
I
should
love
help.
Sean's energy. It's so beautiful. Like Sean, you're just so sweet. Like I just want to hug you. Like your energy is just so sweet. And you
It
should
is.
cry. You have a lot of emotions. You should, yeah, just cry them out. Because when you cry, you're literally clearing out your energy field. You're releasing that sadness from your body. So yeah, it's really beneficial to cry when your body's signaling you to. Versus somebody who's just kind of thinking all these sad thoughts and crying. That's a different story. Like, that's kind of like,
Yeah, the energy to me feels like a little child.
yeah, it's just sweet and like, yeah.
Yeah, the messages were very, very similar.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
Oh.
good. Everything's gonna be okay. Yes, I know you're afraid. We're all afraid. And I just did this whole thing about astrology Tuesday. And I don't know if you were here. Um, there's going to be a lot of fear this week because on Tuesday, you're going to feel Pluto moving back into Aquarius for the last time. And none of us have lived in this kind of age, the age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
But, it's going to be very different. So it's going to be common to have fear. But you know what? Don't let it hold you back. You got to stay with it. Be brave.
Yeah.
Oh, you were here. All right. Well, forget it then. So let's see who's next. You did Kim, right? And
Yes.
you said Carrie.
Yeah, if you want to read for Angela, I didn't read
Angela
any.
Day. I saw that name.
Mhm.
Where did I see Angela? Okay, can you read for me if you feel inclined? Whatever comes through in your Aries. You've been here before. You're in Aries. Okay. And angels, we're talking to Angela Day. Whatever messages you have for her greatest and highest good, please. Thank you, angels and spirit guides, for your guidance. Thank you. For Angela Day. Messages to you for Angela Day. Thank you. Okay, so did you just walk away from something? End something? They're showing me you walking away from something. Maybe it's something current. Yes, you're right, Jess. It's about authenticity. I'm well versed in Aquarius. That's my daughter-in-law. Oh, and she's special. Okay. All right. So the cards I got, this is interesting. Huh. Well, where are you, Angela? I'm not here. I'm not seeing your answer. Are you here? Yeah, there. You stopped doing business shows. Okay, because it shows me you're walking away from something. Okay, and then it's giving me the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords for me as a reader is Libra. Okay, Libra energy. It's also about being up in your head. Okay, air sign, all about thought, overthinking things, but also being very cool, calm, and collected, making decisions from your head, not your heart. The next card you got is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune can be about fated and destined relationships. It can be about movement forward and abundance coming into your life. The next card I got were the Lovers card. Now that's a Gemini, but that can mean several things depending on if you're single. It can mean there's a soulmate coming in. It can mean you're in the middle of making a decision of some kind that's really important. This to me is more of a lover's soulmate card. It's just how it's pictured. Different decks, different pictures. So I hope that helps you. Let me see. That's all that came out. So let me know if it resonated with you. Okay. All right. So who's next? Okay. Lisa, no, house pulled Gemini before, but your hubby is born in December. Well, that's either, I think you said Sagittarius is what I'm feeling. Yeah, it was. Oh my goodness, excuse me. What in the world are you doing? No, no, no. I'm sorry. My dog just got into a bunch of my ancestry paperwork.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, talking about documents that I have.
Oh my God.
Not a cool thing to be chewing up.
Wow.
Yeah, man, she is a pistol sometimes.
Little thing. I wonder if you're going to like get some insight on your like ancestor, on your lineage or something. Like if there was a deeper meaning for that, you know?
Well, I'm hoping so because that paper's gone now, whatever it was.
Oh,
She
wow.
shreds things so fast. It's just, and she doesn't give up, even when I tell her no. I wound up booping her in the nose to get away.
Oh my goodness.
She just wasn't getting the message.
Mhm.
So, okay, where are we here? Oh yeah, we were talking about the Libra card. It can be about a decision. You might have some decision that's coming up, or that's, it could be about the decision you just made. You were walking away from some business shows that you've done for the last 8 years. It could be about the fact that you made that decision.
More at
Um,
once.
it if it's come out before, there's some reason. Okay. And these cards were cards that flew out. It's not like I draw them, you know.
Angela, can you expand on that? Because what I could do is I could pull a couple cards for each of the decisions to kind of
Mhm.
see like what looks like a more
Exactly.
prosperous timeline.
Yeah, I did that for a friend of mine. Well, somebody I've known for a long time,
Yeah.
who wanted to know which place to move to, and she
Yeah.
had 3 places. So I did a reading for her. If she moved to
Nice.
each place, what was the outcome? Mars,
Wow.
yeah. We'll get
Yeah,
you.
so Angela, if you could just kind of elaborate, like, cause I don't know what you mean by doing so many shows. Like, are they 2 completely separate like businesses, basically?
Business shows. That could be, well, psychic fairs, that
Yeah.
business could be like flea markets where you rent areas. It could be presenting a product.
Yeah. Hi, Mars.
Yeah, we'll get to you, honey.
Yeah, and if you have a question, go ahead. I feel like you have a specific question, Mars Mars. I feel like there's something specific you want to know. You could put it in, or if you,
Write it down in there. I'm thinking, Lisa Bowles, you're in San Francisco. Is there a specific question? Do you have a question or just a general, or are you just saying hi?
yeah, I've had so much energy work done over the week that I'm just kind of like I'm just real mellow. Yeah.
I
So,
bet.
yeah.
I just can't wait. You tell her if there's an opening soon, I'll take it. One
Oh,
business, but you do farmers markets and craft shows. That's what I was sensing.
wow, that's funny. You pulled that, Bonnie. You channeled
Yeah.
that.
You're getting tired and you want to see if you should try to get people to come to me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So kind of like, should you do more networking going out there, or should you say, nope, I'm here, come to me?
You
Okay.
want, you don't want to lose business. Of course, nobody.
Yeah. Okay. So if Angela, if she just pulls back and has clients coming to her, what is that going to look like versus the networking?
Huh. May I have another card? This is about her. Well, what I got was the first card that came out was the Six of Cups. Okay. And that's about letting some things go. You can see in this picture, they're letting balloons go up in the air. Okay. Some things they're keeping some of them in their hands, but some of them they're letting go. Okay. That kind of speaks to letting some of that stuff fly away. Okay. But you are in this picture, you are watching it. Okay. The next card that came out was the Hierophant. Okay. Now, the Hierophant in this particular deck, you can see there's an owl and he's reading a book to a little girl up in this tree. Now, I interpret that as that's the tree of life. And the owl has all the wisdom. And he's telling this little girl, this is everything that happened before you. And this is where you're at. And this is your purpose. So it doesn't really answer that. I'm going to see if there's another card that came out, but I thought I'd let Stephanie if she had anything similar.
Mine's kind of mixed signals also, where it's like it's not giving a concrete on like it's like, oh, you got to do this. It's very like you could do any of them. They're both going to lead to different things.
Show me what's going to happen if she does stays doing. Oh, okay. All right. I asked for a card, what it would look like if you continue doing the shows, I got the Wheel of Fortune again. That means abundance. That means moving forward. Um, I think you have some big fear about the business, losing business. And my suggestion is that you turn that around, because fear will draw that in. Okay. So I want you to focus on, people will turn around and come to you instead of being fearful they'll leave. Is there another card you want to give me, angels, about her going to the business? I don't understand that card. You're going to have to give me another one. Well, I got the Three of Swords in reverse, which to me is healed. Something is healed. And
Oh, was that if she continues doing the shows?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's when I got healing the heart.
Oh,
So
and that's what that is healing the heart.
yes. So
But why?
what I'm getting from that is because she feels obligated to do these shows because she feels like kind of like for like I have to do this for survival. So it's basically going to like open up like that wounding within her. So have her kind of navigate that to then transition to what she wants to do. So it's like she's faced with both of them now, but I'm now getting one more than the other.
May I have another card, please? May I have one more card, please? So what you're saying is that her heart's going to heal if she continues to do the shows.
Not through the greatest way.
Okay,
So she
I was confused with
yeah.
that.
No, it's kind of like you're doing something and you're like, "Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this." But you continue doing it and then eventually you're like, "You know what? Screw this. I don't have to do it." So you heal through that, by kind of coming to the realization of I'm not doing this anymore. So I feel that it's actually better. So Angela, it feels like you are better off doing what you really want to do and having clients come to you.
And I agree with that. I would say the only caveat I would put to that would be, if things become too difficult for you, that
Yeah.
you go back,
Yeah.
because you did have that Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. And I got that too. Like in the short term, it feels more happy and prosperous to continue doing the shows. But in the long term, it's better if you actually do what you want, because you can build something so much better. Because what's going to happen is you will actually start to get more creative and really indulge in your business, and you're going to scale it. So you're going to have all these new ideas coming to you. The thing is that it's going to take a lot of work. So
Yeah, a lot of work. And I was going to say, you might wean away and make sure you're passing your cards out as you do that,
yeah,
just so people know where to find you.
I would do both. I honestly would do both. So it's going to be a more smooth transition, because I don't see abundance in the short term if you just
Right.
say, I'm just going to go to home right now.
Yeah.
It'll probably be challenging,
Right.
So do both of them. That's my advice.
I
But
would yeah, exactly. Go to them. And when you're there, I'm not going to be doing these much longer. Here's my business
Yeah.
card, how to get a hold of me. That's what I would do.
yeah, exactly. Because you're going to get, when you actually do that and start, working on more of like your home business, like designing your business for exactly what you want, you're going to put in a lot of work, and then you're going to have many options. So it's going to come to you, but this has to be put in first. And then in the end, it's going to be like this beautiful, like, a grand symphony. It's like, oh my gosh, so it all worked out in the end. But yeah, the short-term money, you're getting more like quick money doing the shows. So I went through this in my business to do both of them.
There you go. Experience.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jess. That's how I feel too. We have
Yeah.
a very peaceful energy here.
Yeah.
She
I think
likes
because we're both like soft. We're both like soft people.
yeah, I do better with soft people. Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Okay. Mars, what did you want? What should you look out for? You're welcome, Angela. Hang on, let me put this up so I can read it easier. What should I look out for? Something the universe does not want me to miss. Okay, well, I can ask that. Angels. Mars wants to know what it is she should not miss out on coming up. What should she look out for? I must not be connecting to your energy. I'm just.
You know what? I can't connect to Mars either. I pulled
Okay.
3 cards and it's giving me, because you know what it is? Mars, there is a specific question that you want to ask. It's a specific question, but I don't think you want to list it in the chat. So yeah, I'm just getting the cards are telling me, they're like, yes, Stephanie, like your intuition is on point. Your intuition is very rich right now.
Yeah, I'm just not getting anything that is going to answer that. It's
Yeah.
like she said, there's something behind it. There's
Yeah.
some different energy behind that. I
So
think when you're not being open enough.
yeah.
You have to open yourself up. You have to be vulnerable so we can come into the energy. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you wait, you'll ask it here.
Thank
Drum
you.
roll.
You're like, oh, fine, I'll put it on the internet.
Yeah, this is a safe environment. This is a no judgment zone. Okay.
Yeah. And
we don't judge.
To be fair, it's not like this is going to be viral on the internet and thousands are going to watch it. Like, people are more tuned into wanting to experience a live, not rewatch these live.
Yeah. $100 hours a week is hard. I've done that. It's not good for your health.
Oh my God.
So it's not a long-term thing. So as you're doing those, pass those cards out, I would do maybe 1 or 2 more. Oh, look at that kitty.
So cute. This is my sister's cat. Oh yeah, Lucy.
What's her name again?
Lucy.
Right. We've talked about that.
Ethel and Lucy, yeah.
Is there anything about MS
Okay.
you should look out for? Okay. Angels.
All right, Mars, be ready for truth. Open yourself up if you really want to know.
Yeah, you want to know.
Don't breadcrumb us.
Angels, she wants to know, is there anything? Okay. It's love. That's what That's what I was hearing. Is there anything about MS that Mars should look out for? I got one. Woo-hoo! It's a good one too.
Me
I've
too.
got the 10 of Pentacles. There you go. The 10 of Pentacles.
Lucy.
In this deck, in most decks, it means about the same thing. It's a lifetime relationship. You can see in here, you see the rings on that tree. That's what it's talking about. This is for a lifetime. Each one, a ring on a tree is at least a year. So this is a very long-term relationship. There's a picture here of the husband, the wife, and the children and the dog. Okay. And I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see it. You can see the house, the mansion there. And the goal of this is working together to leave a legacy. So I would say it's pretty good. What did you get?
Ace of Wands, King of Cups, and the Lovers.
Well, gee whiz, you can't.
So you have a passionate new beginning coming in with someone, and this is someone who is going to be emotionally giving. So this is someone who's going to nurture your emotions. You have the Lovers, so that's self-explanatory. And you are just going to be going on this new journey, one that you haven't gone on before. So this is going to feel very different. But this is something cosmic. It feels like cosmic lovers.
Faded.
And, yeah. And you right now are getting like your angels are saying, we are giving you a sneak peek into this. Just trust. So if you're kind of like, oh, I want to know more, I want to know more, I want to know more. No. Just step back, because they're like, you need to trust us and just go in the unknown and experience this for yourself.
You'll enjoy it a whole lot more that way.
Yeah.
I think this sounds great. Come back and let us know. Okay?
Yeah.
I want to know when it happens.
And you know what's cool? Something that I asked in my past life session to my higher self is, I asked the psychic readings that I give. I'm like, so the question was, when Stephanie gives psychic readings, how accurate are they? And then my higher self is channeling, very. Stephanie only reads strong timelines. She does not read weak energy. And I'm like, oh, so then when I got out of the session, I'm like, okay, cool. Like,
Yep. I've been told the same thing.
wow.
The one thing that I did years ago, I was tested on telepathy. And I was incredibly accurate.
Wow.
Yeah. I had people, or one person, go choose independently a couple pictures. Okay.
Yeah.
And I want you to look at the picture, and I will see if I can draw it. What can I come up with? And I did.
Oh my God.
One of the pictures was of a ballerina up on point. And when she first put the picture there, I said, I want to jump up. So I should do more of it, but I haven't.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you could learn so much about your gift spawn. Like, your higher self could tell you like what your strengths are, and oh wow, and could even give you more. You could say, hey, could I get these to sharpen up? And like the higher self did that for me, where they invited more light into my body to enhance my clairvoyance and my Reiki. So
now, that's what I can't wait. But see, I want to ask about how to get this death doula business started.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You'll get insight.
I've decided the one way I'm going to start it is with a YouTube channel on death. Death, dying, grief, recovery, all of that.
And you know what? You could even ask like, what's the best platform? Because that's what my provider asked my higher self. What's the best platform for Stephanie? Instagram. I was like, oh, cool, because I'm comfortable on Instagram. Like,
Are you? See, for me,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
Instagram and TikTok, I'm not as well versed. I'm on them,
yeah.
but I probably post on Instagram once for every dozen times I post on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
It's just what I've been more accustomed to. That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's a good thing. I'll ask, what's the best pet platform? All right. So, Cosmic Love, funny, a nickname. There you go. See, when you meet him, you can go, hey, you must be Cosmic. Or what was it? What show was it? Cosmo. Oh, wasn't it Seinfeld? What
I
was
don't
that
know.
guy that would come in and all discombobulated with hair? Did they call him Cosmo? Or am I mixing up a couple shows? There was somebody where they used the name Cosmo. So when you meet him, you can say, "Oh, you're Cosmo."
That's so cute. Sean's at the gym watching this. That's so funny how you could watch this at the gym. I feel like I have to listen to music.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
was
so
doing.
cool though. But you know what? But maybe like you're getting really good energy from this.
Kramer. Okay, that's who he was. Well, where was Cosmo? Where did Cosmo come? Cosmo. What was the name for Cosmo? Oh, it'll come to me. Probably in the middle of the night.
Give me just a second.
Do you remember it, Angela? Cosmo. Who was Cosmo? Okay, so who's next here? Let me see. Oh, Lisa. Lisa was the one I was looking at, and I don't know if she's here. I asked if Lisa from San Francisco, are you here? And if so, are you wanting a reading? Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. Lisa Bowles. There it is. Lisa Bowles. Are you here?
I wonder if the full moon is just kind of like really affecting everyone. So I
Oh,
wonder if that's why people are kind of more hermiting, you know?
oh, I tell you what, I don't know about you, but it felt I was wiped out. I was up in the middle of the night.
Wow.
I mean, hush. Friday night, I mean, I went to bed, but then I was awake at 3:30 and I finally had to just get up because I was not going to go back to sleep. So, and then last night, of course, I was exhausted. I've been up since 3:30 in the morning. I was so exhausted until I laid down in bed and then the eyes went open and it's like, why does that happen?
Yeah.
Your body's exhausted. You get in bed and all of a sudden your mind goes,
I
we're
hate
gonna
that.
we're gonna show you everything you ever did wrong, everything you should have. You cried.
And got a mental breakdown. You know what? I have had I had a mental breakdown this year and then I had an emotional breakdown a few months later. And I will tell you this, what I have learned from them is like you break down and then you break through. So it sucks so bad going through it, but you now just hit a breakthrough. So it's like you just liberated yourself so much by going through that. And Sean,
Yeah,
I feel like you're a very advanced soul. Like I know that you said that you're 19, but you're very advanced. Yeah, you're a very old soul. You probably don't relate to a lot of people your age, huh? Do you have a hard time like connecting with people your age?
that was me when I was young. Now it's the
Yeah.
reverse.
Yeah.
All my friends are younger by significant. Oh, goodness here. All right. How do I reach private? See the email above? Calling on angels 1111@gmail.com. Just email. Actually, I do have a sale right now. I posted it. If you go to on the YouTube channel, and I posted videos. On the videos, there's a description box. In the description box is a price list for, I think, 3 different readings and then mediumship, because I did a mediumship recently that was just incredible. I wasn't alone though. I did it with Angie and Dawn. I'm sure you all know Angie and Dawn. Let's see. Can we have pictures? Of course we can. There is Miss Angie. There she is. Miss A5 says she is a very close friend of mine. She's a sweetheart. Much younger too. So yeah, she started the mediumship, and then Mr. Sonoran Mystic Darrow came on, or he was already on with her, but she started it. He chimed in, and then all of a sudden I was in the chat and I said this, I gave it something in the chat. And of course, and this was about losing a child. And so they brought me on, and man, the 3 of us, I mean, we took care of the whole thing. She got a free mediumship. It was like almost an hour long, I think. What else can I put up here? Oh, Mr. Don has written a book, which we all know about. And I have a copy, but there it is. You can scan that and it'll take you to Amazon. And then we have, if I said Susan Grayson, come on, show this. Why won't that show? There we go. Miss Susan Grayson, that's her book. She's really good in mediumship as well, and she's teaching that now. And then, of course, earlier in the show, she was in the chat, but I didn't see her say a word. So I did post in the chat from my private side and told her hello. This is Miss Shauna Sellers. She is the naturally divine goddess. And she says she's going to come back on Monday mornings for tea time, which she's been gone a while. So on Monday morning, she does the astrology report. Oh no, how did you get this? What in the world? You are, excuse me.
It's okay.
I didn't know that there was another one. Oh, God. Okay, back to business here.
And I'll create like maybe like a separate booking system for private readings, because I talked about this. Yeah, I talked about this before, but I'm an esthetician and I do Reiki, so I like primarily do that. Psychic readings are just really more private. So yeah, I don't have a platform for booking, but I'll do that probably.
Even just in a private email, they can email you. That's all I put up was an email.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, if you give me an email that you want to hand out.
Or you know what you can do, I guess for right now, if any of you guys are looking for like a private reading, or no, I'll hold off and I'll come in like in 2 weeks when I have an actual platform. It'll be so much easier. That way there's no. Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. So, let's see who else. We did Susan. Oh, I guess I could report on my son. He's um my son that was in the accident.
Yeah.
He's back home. He is losing one eye. There's no hope for that eye right now. However,
Ask that
I have
question,
some
Bonnie.
what?
When you do the session, you should ask about that. If there's any kind of healing that can be done.
Well, now that's true.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Hang on, let me put this is not working as quickly as it should. Come on. Show it. All right, let me take her down and maybe that's what I have to do. Why is this? Okay, is it coming up? It's coming up. Oh, it's just the donate thing. I thought it had the whole. Oh, I'll have to redo it. For those who aren't familiar, my son was volunteering to help rebuild in Florida after the first hurricane. And he was injured. And like this huge spring got loose and it hit him in the abdomen. And so he had to leave. He was in a lot of pain. And he got in his car, called his wife, said, I'm coming home. You need to take me to the ER. Well, passed out behind the wheel. And when when you look at a picture of his car, you're like, nobody could survive that. But his guardian angels, along with his older brother, who passed away 10 years ago, who was instrumental in helping the car stop when it did. I can't imagine if it had gone any further that he would have lived. But I guess what I've learned is that in the spirit world, as long as it's not your time to go, that your guardian angels and anybody else that's helping can help stop something. And it was described to me like the Matrix holding your hand up and the
Yes.
force pushes it. And so his brother got involved, the guardian angels got involved. I don't know if his dad was involved in stopping it, but what I've been told is his dad is going to be instrumental in his healing, along with his brother. His brother, I'm told, is going to be poking him in the bed, get out of bed, do something. You can't, because the rug was pulled out from underneath him. He was getting his commercial pilot's license, and so things have changed for him. I'm told it's a course correction for him. It's his lifetime lesson. But I'm also told that, well, I don't want to go into too much detail, but his father's going to be instrumental in his healing.
Amazing. When you were talking about how he had so many angels, like who were intervening with this, my ear just so beautiful high pitch ring, just confirming like angels.
Yeah, I mean, what I was told in another reading was that there are all these beings that are very tall that are all surrounded his head working on him. And that there are also these tiny little beings working in his eye trying to fix it, but they couldn't. Or, he's had too many specialists look and go, no. But there is one other way. And so I think his father's going to take care of that.
Yes.
And I can talk to you about it, but I don't really want to put it out.
Yeah, totally.
Broadcast,
Yeah. I would, just knowing about how quantum healing is miraculous and that spontaneous remission, I would ask that question if that's something that can be done. And then if so, I'll tell my sister, I'll say, put him under. He is higher self, you know? Let him get the healing.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be okay with the lesson. I think it's for him, it's just getting over the disappointment,
Yeah.
you know, because he has spent a fortune and oh, I mean, he's got a business on the beach, which was destroyed in the hurricane. And then to be hurt and have this happen and then be in the hospital. I mean, he was immediately operated on and then put in ICU. And then they took him back to surgery for another operation
Yeah.
and then back to ICU. And then when he became stable, they moved him out and the second hurricane hit.
Mm.
A lot, you know, to
Yeah.
deal with.
What a year.
Yeah, I don't know how much he's in debt for the pilot stuff, but that's expensive stuff. I mean, if you're not familiar with what a pilot goes through
No.
to get their type ratings, oh, it costs between 50 and 100 grand. Yeah. So, and he was doing it on his own. So, but I just really feel like he's gonna be okay. I'll go down eventually, you know.
Yeah.
They have a very small house.
Yeah.
So when he's ready, I'll come down and say, we're trying to spread things out right
Yeah.
now. She's off work taking care of him.
Yeah.
So once he gets a little more sufficient, then I can go down.
Nice.
You have about 4 treats on the floor. Eat it. Oh, goodness. So has everybody had a reading that wanted a reading? That's the question here. Mars, Angela, Sean, and you said you did Carrie, and I haven't seen her talking, so I'm guessing she's gone. And
Yeah.
read Kim B. And who else has been in here a while? Jess, did you want a reading?
This is
If
going to
you're,
be final call, guys.
yep, this is the final call.
It was it was nice though. Like I really appreciate like the slowness today, because
Yeah.
last week it drained my energy. I feel like I did way too many readings.
Oh, yeah. Last week was boom, boom, boom. You did Carrie. You did. Jess says I received a reading on Wednesday. So you were okay, unless we feel called to you. Well, sweetie, if you want one, now's the time to speak. Let me see. Unconventional me. Yeah, Jess, I'll go ahead and read you. Did you want to read Jess too?
No, I'll pull someone else for the sake of time.
Okay. Unconventional me is, I think, the
Yeah.
only other. All right, Angels, I'm talking to Jess Mercier. I think I'm the one that read her last too.
You know what? I'm gonna actually for ES. I want to pull for ES first. Unconventional me. I feel like your energy is a bit closed still, so if you could just, like really just kind of open up, that'll help.
Jess, what are you fighting in your head about? Ow. Have you been heartbroken, Jess? Please, no. Go lay down. 10 minutes. Jess, is there something you were okay? Yes, please, love reading. Gemini. Were you heartbroken, honey? I don't know you well enough yet. We're gonna have coffee and it got messed up. So thank you, angels and spirit guides. The love situation has had me overthinking. Okay, well, what I'm looking at is that you're heartbroken or there's a third party involved. I'm not but I see a King of Cups there. There's a King of Cups. Okay. What else can you tell me for Jess? Charlie, you're going to have to wait. Jess Mercer. Jess. Is there any other cards for Jess? Just a minute. Any other cards for Jess Mercer? Have you been up at night full of anxiety? Well, you did say you were overthinking. Yeah, this is all about overthinking. No. This is the wounded war, not the wounded warrior. This is the Nine of Swords. This is being up all night. Isn't that an awful picture? That's the worst example of this. Kind of weird looking, but it's about being up and awake all night. Anything else you want to give me, Spirit? Thank you, Angel Spirit guys. Last card. Is there any other cards you want to give me for just? I'm not getting anything else, sweetie. What I got is that you're fighting in your head over something, that there's either a third party involved or you're heartbroken. There's a King of Cups there, and you're up at night all night. You're full of anxiety. It may be the other person. Okay, I'm sorry. There's three, but I hope that. Go ahead.
I have a reading for ES, so I'm going to call you S.
Yes.
It feels like you went through quite a lot, like in the recent times, at least in the last few months. You've been through quite a lot, and you're like, when is life going to take a turn? Life is about to take a turn. Right now, just spend some time alone. Just honestly rest, because life is going to start moving so fast for you. Like, I just see the hands on a clock just spinning rapidly. You are about to have so much excitement come into your life. So your life's going to feel very fruitful. You're going to be doing like a lot of travel. It feels like you're going to be doing a lot of travel, and you're going to have new opportunities that are getting thrown at you. Like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And your angels are saying, say yes, go on to this. Like allow life to pick up and give you kind of like a different plot for a change. So yeah, appreciate the slowness. Life's only going to get better from here on out.
I'm pulling a card for unconventional me. Unconventional me. Your energy is closed up.
Isn't that funny how you could just feel it? Like,
yeah.
It's like I can't.
Yeah, all I could squeak out was one card, and it's very painful. So I don't know if you were hurt so bad that you've closed off. And this is this deck, it's got some beautiful pictures and then there's some not so beautiful pictures. The 10 of Swords, it's about pain. Now, pain can be lots of things. It can be a romantic pain. It can be the pain of losing somebody, like a parent or a grandparent, or it can be the pain from colleagues, work, something. Wonder why that is. I don't know, honey.
see if I can get anything.
Is there anything we should worry about when it comes to Mercury retrograde? Mercury retrograde. Well, I mean, if you've been with me at all, you know that you don't want to start anything new. You don't want to, it'll bring people back from your past. You don't want to re-engage. If you do re-engage, don't become close because they may leave as quickly as they came back. Retrograde lasts until the 15th or 20th of January. Right now, we're just in the pre-shadow. You've experienced a lot of grief. Okay. That can close you up.
Yeah.
You have to be open a little bit more. I sure couldn't get much more.
I'm getting just a very soft, honestly, it's just very like because you are closed off, which I understand. I get like that when I go through a lot of pain, I close up too. So it's just harder to connect to the energy. So I can only kind of get to a surface level. But your guides are saying that this is a really challenging time, what you're going through, but you can do hard things. You kind of feel like it almost feels like people are telling you, like, just get over it, just get over it, just get over it, but you're like, they don't understand because I can't.
You
This is
don't get
hard.
over grief. All
Yeah.
grief is the love that you had that you can't give to somebody anymore. And it hurts because you can't.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go away. You just have to learn how to weave that into your life. I don't have the picture available on this channel, but if you can imagine a small jar and you put a ball in there, a Nerf ball, and it takes up all the space. That's grief in the beginning. And then you go through life a little bit, and then you imagine it's a bigger pickle jar and the same size ball is there, but it doesn't take up the whole jar. And the next time down the road, you've got a big tea jar and that same sized ball is in there and it takes up very little space. It's about living life and getting through each day, which gives you more experience and more chances to weave this back into your life, to learn how to deal with it. I know from where I'm speaking because I've lost a son, and I'm writing a book on grief right now. So if it's somebody you've lost, you may want to see one of us for mediumship, to communicate. I'm not sure.
What I'm getting is that, like, there is this like hard it's like there's this obstacle, like, this loss that that you experience, unconventional me that you've experienced. And it's like kind of like when you try to explain it to people around you, they they don't they don't take it that seriously, as in the sense of they're like, oh, well, you can get over it. Well, you can move on. So I'm not sure if it's heartbreak, but it feels like that's kind of creating an anger in you where you're just like, oh, people just don't get it. They don't understand me. And your guides are saying these emotions are real. Like, these emotions are real. They're not in your head. Allow yourself to feel them. So you're really in a deep healing period right now. Process those emotions and just really be still. So if there is chaos on the outside of you, don't even tune into that, because what's going on within you has so much more weight than anything in the outside. And this is surrounding love. So it's
Yeah.
pain in the heart.
Yeah, it's very true that when you're feeling the emotion, get it out, let yourself feel it. So many times people compartmentalize it, put it on a shelf. Well, guess what? It's going to be there and then you're going to deal with it later. So if you can deal with it now, you will be much better off. So
Yeah.
when you're feeling the emotion, let it come out. It will process better that way.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps you. I think we got everybody.
All
And
right.
it's 10 after 2
Nice. We did
or
good.
10 after 1 there. I guess we can sign off at 111.
Yeah, let's do it. Well,
So I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope you got the answers that you needed. Maybe not that you wanted, but that you needed.
and
Um,
and also,
come,
you guys, really quickly, just know that whenever you guys are getting these messages, like these psychic messages, you will never give information that you're not ready to handle. So sometimes the truth is a little bit of like it's a hard, it could be a hard pill to swallow at first, but I would not even get the insight if it's something that would just send you on a completely different path. So just have trust in that your guides are only giving us stuff that's for your highest good.
goodbye, Sean. Have a
Mm,
good one.
my God.
Um, that's true. You know, it might not be what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear, and it's never something you can't handle.
Yeah.
So I hope you all have a very blessed week. Come back and see me on Wednesday morning for the rest of the astrology. Okay. And then I will see you again. We will see you again next week on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And let's see, anybody else that it's saying that I've missed somebody. Have we missed somebody? I don't think so. All right. Well, listen, you all have a blessed week and we will talk to you all later. Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys.